cool Tuesday morning like this. What a pleasant way to welcome you to Today Library Television, and the program is The Real Issues. My name is Thomas Blackswa, and I'm here this morning, and I'll be joined by my two colleagues, Jay Cassius, who is on his way to town for a special event, and that will be, you know, live, coming to you live right on this platform. And our Maggie County correspondent will also be joining me on today's edition of the program, The Real Issue. So, Jokai is pretty seated in his Radio Joy Africa studio in Kakata City, Maikibi County, and will be coming to you live via video link. And I have with me a guest, someone who's distinct in Liberia here. So together we will be diving into the issues this morning. So this is The Real Issues, and wherever you are, we kind of ask that you just share this podcast, and then you can send in your contributions by commenting and others. All right, so we are pretty seated here awaiting your participation on the show this morning. So let's take this short break. When we return, we go straightly to our guests. So welcome back to this fascinating program for the real Jokai. Welcome. Jokai, can you get me?
Yeah, I'm getting you. Thank you very kindly this morning, Thomas. Let me say good morning to Liberians. Good morning to uh, everyone that is actually watching this live uh, presentation. This is the program, like you said, the real issues, and it is indeed an opportunity today that we are actually on the platform to continue with our usual contribution when it comes to talking about Liberia. So I'm actually honored to be on the platform this
Okay.
wonderful morning.
All right. So Jokai has Kakata this morning.
As I speak to you right now, Kakata, my general is great. Though we have some sticky issues when it relate to as it relate to some of those issues that matter most to her, where he has uh, has been put on the spotlight right now when it comes to this big audio that has been the talk of the town, where thousands of my guineas and people around the world have actually come and give their own view about it. Of yesterday, the U.S. embassy near Monrovia came out with a very strong press release where they actually even threatened to either take the program from like McGibby and low funded because according to the U.S. government, they cannot actually spend their money for an intended purpose. Unfortunately, there is no account of how the money is being used. So that is a very serious situation right now, where in other opinion leaders of the country have expressed or have given their own view as to how they make or how they feel about this situation. So I guess okay, but when it comes to the legal audio, it's something worrisome.
Okay, so we will hold you right there, and we will, in time talk about that. But we have a guest in studio, so let's now welcome
Hmm.
Minister Timothy Selin, who is our distinct guest this morning. He is a gospel musical artist, and he will be telling us about his upcoming album launch and come the 19th, if I'm to be, precise about that. So, Timothy, welcome, Chief.
Good morning, people of Liberia, and good morning, Thomas, the entire team of this station.
So, how are you this morning?
I'm doing great. I'm blessed God for life and strength. I mean, by His grace, we are still alive and moving.
So, let me say Happy New Year first, because since last year I'm just, seeing you, and uh, yeah, so I'm just seeing you because it's been a while.
Sure, it's been a while.
So, tell us about this all important event, as scheduled for the 19th. What is it?
Okay, so to get started, this is it's a vision. I mean, it's my dream because I have been a musician my whole life, and I mean from childhood to where I am right now, and I've always wanted to uh, share my gift to the world and share myself with the world, and in using the gospel. I mean, carrying the gospel through music. That's what I'm actively involved with. So I mean, God inspired me to come up with this album, and the album is titled "You Found Me," and it's a very inspirational word, or I mean phrase. So I actually got this inspiration from the biblical standpoint and a personal standpoint, because when I when I've been reading through the scriptures, and I came in contact with a portion that says in Ephesians chapter 1, that says that he chose us before the foundations of the world, and he made us and called us to be holy and just before him. So I mean, the idea that he chose us, I mean, the song just came to me that he found me. We did not find him, we did not choose him, he chose us, he found us. So I mean, it's actually a personal song too. And so God has been inspiring all the other songs like Anna Able A, I mean, plenty things like Stand Jesus, like Daya. I have 8 songs that will be dropping this February 19 at the Ever Baptist Church. So the meeting is going to be a power-packed meeting. It's going to be so great. It's going to be so impactful. And I don't want any one of us to miss it, any one of you to mix it. Because, I mean, God is going to be doing so much. And I think it's a time, it's just an experience with God. I mean, it's going to be a powerful experience with God that will come before the throne of God to cry before him, to worship him as the angels and the 24 elders are doing daily. So that's just the program. Come February 19, it's going to be at the Baptist Church, the Ever Baptist Church, right in Town Hall. Thank you.
So let's actually dive into this issue of your songwriting. Do you write your own song, or you buy song from people, or maybe people just do it for you?
Okay, so I'm a producer, I'm an engineer, and I want to shout out my inspiration, Little J, the Swafro Killer. I mean, he inspired me, and I don't get songs from outside. I write my own songs.
So what does it take, or how long does it take you to write a song, Timothy?
Some songs based upon the inspiration, right? Some songs take about an hour, some songs takes about days, some songs takes about weeks, based upon the inspiration. That's some songs I just complete the whole song in 1 hour. Yeah.
In 1 hour?
In 1 hour.
You must be a genius. Yeah.
Yeah, so there are some songs I just completed in 1 hour, based upon the inspiration.
Yeah, because I don't know, but because looking at gospel specifically, this is not just something that you just wake up, but you receiving such an inspiration in an hour. You are able to write a song, and after writing it, do you go back adding or maybe subtracting something? Yeah.
It's often done. That's the editing process. I do the song, I compose it, I share with my big brothers, I share with my producers and other friends, and they give their own input. I mean, one man cannot be an island. You cannot survive by yourself. You need other people around you to add your ideas up to make it better. So I come up with the song and I share with my friends, and sometimes I don't share with them.
And so then you add me.
Not at me, right? But not at me, but I mean, if you have to understand the state of mind I'm in to come up with the song.
Yeah.
And if you're not flowing with my inspiration, then that means you are coming with a different point of view, and it's a serious problem when another person is coming with a different point of view to a song that you have a different point of view of. So the person has to be in line with you, then I can allow you flow. Yeah.
So one thing I've noticed about others, artists, that's foreign artists, is that they read the Bible, and thank God you are a theologian. Next thing is, they are engaged into an intimate relationship with God. I mean, how often do you do this? Or are you involved with some of those things? Despite being a theologian, but that cannot guarantee you on that. So I want to know. Oh yeah.
I mean, you cannot boast of your relationship with God. I mean, I think it's personal, and I mean, some of us in Africa, the way we see the gospel, right? And I think people want to show off. They want to make sure. I mean, even when they make sure God is still glorified, but I believe God is involved with the simplicity of our Christianity, and God wants us to be simple. I mean, I have a personal connection with God, and it didn't just start right now. It started ever since I was a child. And it's because of that I'm still doing gospel music in a way. Yeah, it's because of my relationship with God that I'm still doing gospel music right now.
Yeah, because looking at you as a young man and diving into gospel, which is not something that is normal these days. Yeah, let's say that it's not normal these days. Very few people feel that, they have a relationship and that they must fulfill search. I mean, what really does it take looking at the side attractions and others? Yeah.
I do music with an open mind, right? I mean, a couple of the things we read in the Bible teaches us to understand God from a global or wider perspective. So I actually don't have any doubt serving God through my music. I don't have any regrets, and I will never regret, because my friends who are doing secular music, right? They are great, and I cannot tell them they're doing wrong. It takes the Holy Spirit to convert people and to make them to understand, and I love them, because and then many of them encourage me to go. to go on a secular route. But the reality is, all of us will have to make decisions in our lives, and I don't know this is the best decision, but I think it's the greatest decision I could ever make, by singing gospel music, and I sing it with no regrets. And I cannot say I will not change in the future, but I don't think God's plan for me is to change. So I'm not going with my own plan. It's God's own plan and purpose. So I trust that I'm going to be faithful in service to God.
All right, let's take a batch of your song and see, especially the theme song, which is titled "You Formed Me." I mean, tell us about that. How did you derive, or come up with that title, "You Formed Me"?
I think I said it from the onset that for me, it's a little personal, right? Because I grew up in a family, and then so many crazy things have happened in my life, and from elementary to senior high to our university level. I have not paid school fees in any school.
You don't pay school fees?
I have not paid tuitions. And there's so many things I have experienced in my life that I don't deserve to experience. For just that fact, in reality, people just favor me, and they favor me because God has favored me. So, that is a reality that God has formed me. Yeah. So, that is just the reality from my own point, and for me to understand that God has formed me.
Okay, so if you are just joining us, you are tuning into Today Liberia Television, and the program you are watching is The Real Issues, where we discuss issues very cardinal to our existence as humans and our relationship with our fellow man. So this is The Real Issue. Let's take a batch of Timothy's song, his theme song called "You Formed Me," and when we come back, we will join Jokai for part B of this.
I know you're looking for money. No man can serve two masters. The devil wants to confuse.